meeting in light of the current circumstances that the Palestinian people are going through right now and its serious repercussions on the region. The status quo in the region is catastrophic by all means, by all measures. And what unarmed civilians are facing contradicts all principles and values. It will always be in our minds. It's against the human innate, the destruction and the criminal activities practiced against humanity. We look here at the Baptist Hospital is one of the most horrific atrocities in this conflict. The continuation of this situation warns of a massive chaos in the entire Middle East region. Something that cannot be predicted will happen. The effects will be unprecedented. The negative repercussions will affect the entire Middle East region and the world. And the dangerous situation that we're going through makes us must stand to exert all efforts to find a solution, to find safe paths, safe corridors, to deliver the humanitarian aid necessary for them and for the return of the essential needs, for the essential services of water, food, fuel, and power. And we must find an immediate ceasefire solution to secure the humanity, rather to secure the stability, and of the region. What the region is witnessing right now, the violence, the catastrophes, is nothing but an inevitable result and a form, one form of the many forms of violence that poses a major threat to our security and stability. The Palestinians don't have the rights to establish an independent, sovereign Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. It is time now for everyone to be convinced that no one in this region will be safe or secured constantly unless the other side is secured. Peace is like security. You don't gain it by winning a battle or winning war. It will not be constant. It will not be stable for everyone. That's why we and the entire international society, community should be working with firmness to find a solution where we have two states, Israeli and Palestinian states, living side by side in peace and security. And the foundations for this solution exist in the resolutions, in legitimate solutions and the resolutions of the UN, and with initiatives like the Arab Initiative. And the region will not be safe without this. And I look forward to finding this summit having a solution, having a fruitful outcome for the solution, for the two-state solution. And I wish you all the best for all the activities of the summit. Thank you, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. Thank you, Mr. President. Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al-Ghazouani, President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania. And now I give the floor to His Highness Mish'al Ahmed Al-Sabah, Crown Prince of Kuwait. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Your Excellency, President, and our dear brother, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of our sisterly country, Egypt. Your Majesties, Highnesses, and Excellencies, and estimated attendees, may God's peace and blessings be upon you all. At the outset, I would like to speak on behalf of His Majesty Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Sabah. May God bless and protect him. And it is my honor to extend to you his deepest greetings and his prayers for all of us to achieve the highest good for the entire region. And we would like to extend our deep gratitude to His Excellency President Abdel Fattah Sisi, the President of Egypt, for convening this summit, which comes in the throes of exceptional developments that are extremely sad for the Palestinian people, and that have grave repercussions on the stability and security of not just the region, but the entire world. Your Majesties, Highnesses, and Excellencies, we follow with profound pain the escalation and the continuation of military operations executed by the Israeli forces against our brothers and sisters in the Gaza Strip, and the scene of collective punishment that they are going through, and they are doing through targeting innocent civilians through continuous aerial raids, which resulted in the killing of hundreds of innocent civilians, men, women, and children, indiscriminately. As well, the Israeli forces keep targeting the core services, fuel, power, water, and as well push civilians towards the path of forcible displacement. And it is no secret that these horrendous practices violate the provisions and the values and principles of the international law and the international conventions and the relevant international conventions. Majesties, Highnesses, and Excellencies, these practices are the outcome and the result of the inactivity of the international community to tackle this case effectively, and as well the result of the international community adopting and endorsing double standards when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And we, of course, in Kuwait, we condemn the murder of civilians and the detention of these civilians and taking them hostage, and we, as the government of Kuwait, we call for the instant termination and stopping of military operations and for the opening of safe corridors in order for the aid to be able to access the Gaza Strip. And of course, we express that we denounce and deplore wholeheartedly the act of forcible displacement that the Israeli forces are pushing the Palestinian people towards. And in the end, I would like to say that we in Kuwait, as the Kuwaiti people, the government, we affirm the right of the Palestinian people to have and to receive their legitimate rights, and we reaffirm the importance of establishing an independent sovereign Palestinian state in light of the 4th of June 1967 borders. And of course, we affirm our support for the Arab Peace Initiative and all the initiatives and all the relevant initiatives that ensure safety and security in the entire region. Thank you, Your Highness Mr. Mishal Ahmed al-Sabah, the Crown Prince of Kuwait. And I now call on Mr. Mohammed Menafi, the head of the presidential program or the Presidential Council from Libya. Sir, you have the floor. Your Excellency, President of Egypt, President Abdel Fattah Sisi, head of the sisterly country Egypt. Excellencies, Highnesses, and Majesties, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our dear brother, President Abdel Fattah Sisi, and to the people and government of our sisterly country, Egypt, for their courageous initiative to convene this summit. Dear estimated attendees, we have to undertake our duties towards humanity in order to preserve the credibility of the international law, and in order to ensure and instill international legitimacy. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are witnessing
which is represented by the targeting of whoever is living in the Gaza Strip. Even if they take hostage in hospitals and churches and mosques, they still get targeted. Even, once more, I reiterate, I say, even if they take refuge in mosques and churches, they still get targeted. We have to agree on formulation in order to stop and terminate the aggression on the Palestinian people. Since the Security Council has not been moving swiftly in order to stop the massacre and the crisis that is unfolding in Gaza. We have to do that in order to ensure and to affirm and activate the principles of...
And those were live visuals coming in from Cairo Peace Summit, where all the leaders have gathered to discuss de-escalation of the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict.